Ready?
Yeah. So brave.
Today's video is brought to you by the letter B for board games, and C for collection, and T for tour. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
Board games.
and
Board gamey things.
exactly.
And a light in my face.
Yeah, you're illuminated.
So bright.
Shine bright like a diamond. We're standing up, and that's different.
Sounds like Sesame Street.
We are doing a board game collection tour today, my friends, or some of you would say a tour. How would you say it?
Board game tour.
Tour.
I don't know now.
Tour.
I can't do it when I'm prompted.
So we're going to go through all of our games, showing you what we have, maybe talk a little bit about them, but not too much because we have a ton, so it's going to take a while.
They're not all out here.
They're not all out here.
There's some in the...
Oh, right,
I
yeah.
think there's some in the...
There's some in the closet.
Closet, that's it.
Exactly.
That's the word I was looking for.
That was the word. As you guys know, we're selling our house, and we wanted to do this before we had to pack everything up, and we don't really know what the storage solution is going to be when we move. Before all that happens, we're just going to show you what we got. Probably won't have too many new games coming in.
We were waiting on a few.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to get started. Already just in advance apologize if the sound quality is not as good as normal. That is what happens when you have a mic that doesn't clip onto you. It is what it is. We are jumping in to it now.
And I'm filming, so good luck.
I'm ready. Here we go. Okay, welcome to these shelves. This is what you used to see on our old filming setup. So we're going to start up here, and we have War of the Ring from Fantasy Flight Games. First edition. This is a Jeff special. Will we play it? Maybe someday. Then we have from Awakened Realms Flick of Faith, which is a dexterity game that we haven't played yet, but we did just get it. So feels like we have a good excuse.
Truth be told.
Oh, we do have an expansion for that as well, Cataclysm. Also, it's Awakened Realms Light. My bad. And then we have this beast, Twilight Imperium 3rd edition. Have we played it? Definitely we have not. Absolutely not. So that's what we have up here. Games that have been in the garage. Moving down to this section. So starting with this shelf, and don't judge how it's organized.
Stuff's been kind of just crammed where we can fit it.
It's not organized at all. Right here we have Bunny Kingdom from ELO, a Richard Garfield game about bunnies in a kingdom. Haven't played it. Quantum. This one is a boring game about space dice.
That is...
Jeff loves it. It's not so much for me.
Very hard to find.
Yeah, very hard to find. Thank you, Tim.
Nope.
No?
No, I got that one from...
Oh, we just assumed.
We just assumed. Tim didn't find me a copy, but it was after I'd found that one.
Tim, too slow.
Yep.
Too slow today. Then we have two different copies, or two different versions of Unmatched. We have Cobble and Fog and Unmatched Bigfoot, which we haven't played yet. But it is only 2 characters instead of 4. The big boxes come with, it comes with more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It comes with 4. Anyways, haven't played this one yet, but heard it's very, very good. We might do something with it. Who's to say? Then we have Monikers, one of our favorite party games. And we're just going to put it right back on the shelf. There's nothing to say about it other than we have it. There it is. Now we have an entire Brotherwise shelf. Pretty much what we have in here is Call to Adventure, The Stormlight Archives, Call to Adventure, The Name of the Wind, Dragon Prince, Battle Charged, and the classic Boss Monster. I know what you're thinking. What? Where's Overboss? Oh, honey. We'll get there eventually.
It's behind your head.
It's literally behind my head. It has to be on display because it's so amazing. We have played Call to Adventure, Dragon Prince, Battle Charge, and Boss Monster. We haven't yet played the Stormlight Archives or Name of the Wind expansions or different series. Jeffrey, would you like to do these two?
Sure. These two?
Yeah. Wait, right.
Yeah, it's very awkward. That's a flattering angle.
Well, you might have to get on your knees.
Well, this sucks, because I'm old. Alright, so on this shelf we have Cthulhu Death May Die Season 2, which we will have on the channel in Spooky Season. Vast, Crystal Caverns, which is one of our favorite games of all time. And then we have Vast Haunted Hallways, which is an expansion for Vast the Mysterious Manor. So Vast Crystal Caverns, we actually have the miniature expansion, but it's in the box as well. But this is our collection of Vast from Leader Games, which we love. We have not played Mysterious Manor yet, but Crystal Caverns, very, very, very good. This shelf is more Leader Games stuff with some other gems.
If it fits, it sits.
We have Root, so the OG base game of Root. and then the Underworld expansion, as well as Riverfolk. And then up here we have the Exiles and Partisans deck. We have Trek 12, really fun roll and write that we have not yet played the physical version of.
Tell them why.
Because we usually play on BGA, and if you've played on BGA, you know that a lot of things are automated, so it's not the best place to learn. So we went to play it, and then we're like, wait, we don't actually know how to play it.
Yeah.
We know, like, generally how to play it, but some nuances that we don't know. Then we have Oath from Later Games. Probably a game that we will... Yeah, no, you know what? We will play it.
We're playing it.
We will play it, even though Kyle hates it, but Kyle is wrong about a lot of things, that being one. This is from Portal Games. This is Dune House Secrets, so their Dune version of the detective series.
And then I'll do these ones. Maybe I won't make you bend down anymore. It seems to affect the old knees. Old man Beal, we call him. Here,
Well, I'm gonna have to bend over to film you. Wait.
No, sit on a chair.
You got an idea?
Might bring this down with me. This is like, listen, nobody said that we were professionals here, you know? Sometimes you just gotta pretend to be. I'm just gonna put this down here for right now. Okay, so we're doing these shelves. On this shelf, we have Decorum from Floodgate Games, which is a new game that we haven't played yet, but I'm very, very excited because it's about being passive-aggressive, and I think Jeff and I are both going to thrive in that game. And then we have Takenoko, which the box lid doesn't really shut, and it's also on upside down.
We haven't played that in a while. We should play that.
We should play that tonight. If Jeff and I could be any characters, we'd be the gardener and the
Where's
panda.
the big panda? We have the big panda.
He's over there. Then we have Night Cage, the Night Cage, and we got this one in the States when we went to Philadelphia for spooky season. We haven't played it yet, but my guess is you will see content on that in October. Spooky. And then we have Under Falling Skies, which is a solo game from CGE that we haven't played yet. I don't know why we haven't played it yet.
I don't know either.
Because it's like a video game board game.
It's like, is it like Galaga? I can't remember.
Gattaca! Then on this shelf, we have Super Skill Pinball Ramp It Up. It's a roll and write. We haven't played it. We saw Rodney play it on a Twitch stream, and then we bought it.
Yeah.
So that's basically how that went. Dinosaur Island Rar and Write, which is the roll and write version of Dinosaur Island. We have played it. We do enjoy. And then we, on the bottom, have Merchant's Cove from Final Frontier Games, another game that we love and have played quite a few times, but it is maybe the most annoying game to set up and tear down that we own. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I think so.
What is your opinion on that one versus Merchants of the Dark Road?
This one's more annoying.
Do you think so?
I don't know.
I just want to state.
Yeah.
I do think Dinosaur Island replaces, Roll and Write replaces Dinosaur Island.
Yes. I think it does too, but yet we'll still keep it though. Okay. On this shelf, and then I'll get into the basket. For some reason, we just have Star Realms just stuck in there. I'll put it there for now. We have Chai Tea for Two from Steeped Games, which we got for review like forever ago when we first started the channel. We love it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I'm really excited for people to get their copies.
Yeah, me too. Big time. We have Empires of the North, Imperial Settlers, Empires of the North from Portal Games, and inside of this, we also have a bunch of expansions. So we have the Japanese factions, the Roman factions, and the Barbarians.
Yep. I think the only one we're missing is the
Egyptians. Yeah. Indeed. Then we have the Quest for El Dorado, which is just a fantastic entry-level racing game. Card drafting. I don't remember now. Anyways. Then we have Lords of Hellas from Awakened Realms, which is a big box miniature game. I actually don't know. It should be over on... Jeff's got like a shelf that's full of beige games. So that maybe should be over there. Then we have this basket full of small box games. We'll go through these ones pretty quickly. We have Boomerang Australia, which I have been loving. You can play this on BGA. It's a draft and write game. Fox in the Forest, trick-taking game that is very hard.
It's not.
For me. Hey, that's my fish. Amazing.
It is so good.
It's such a cruel little cute game. We have the Bears and the Bees from Grandpa Beck's games, and this is just a simple little card game about building out like a beehive, and we really like it. We have Project L, which is a game that we love. Jeff loves.
God, I love that box.
The box is amazing, but it does get fingy-printies on it a lot. We have Rolling Rounds from Stonemeyer Games, another roll and write that we also love. We have Targi, 2-player only from Cosmos that we are kind of, it's fine. We have Draftosaurus, Jeff's favorite game of all time.
Probably
One of your most played
I
games.
freaking love that game.
Yeah. Then we have the Night of the Ninja from Brotherwise, not on the Brotherwise shelf because it fits very perfectly in this box. Social deduction
Is
ninja
that a
game.
box?
What?
Is that a
Basket.
box?
In the basket. Then we have Three Sisters and Fleet the Dice Game by the same designers, and these are roll and writes. This one's from 25th Century, this one is from Eagle Griffin Games. We love both of them, but I think my preference is Three Sisters. Ah, yes, a classic.
Upside down.
Ah, yes, a classic, Mysterium Park. That was part of the mystery, is that it was upside down. I love that game more than Jeff does. We've got a couple of the Exit the Game games. We have the Haunted Roller Coaster and the Abandoned Cabin. We've not played any of these yet, but we are very excited to try them. We have That's Pretty Clever, which is one of our favorite roll and writes, simple roll and writes. Though we do play it more on the app, probably now.
Now having the app kind of make that, I guess you could.
Yeah, it does. I play the app more when I travel now. I used to play this when I traveled, but it's still one of those games that I like to pull it out every now and then. Yeah. And then, and the last thing in this box is Cartographers from Fenderworks, which is a roll and write. Jeff loves this one.
I do.
We're going to need more baskets for these little games. Ah, very good. Okay, now to stand up, and I'll get Jeffy to do these ones.
Okay.
Just wait, though. I gotta do this. Ah. Sound's not going to be perfect. In fact, not even close.
Next up on the shelf, we have Brew from Pandasaurus Games, one of our favorite meme games. From the op, we have Cuphead, the fast-rolling dice game. This one might be cool to do like a brief playthrough of.
I would love to do that.
I think that'd be very fun. It's kind of a campaign-esque bass bottler. Bass bottler.
That's only for people who are from Boston.
Boss battler. Based on the Cuphead video game. Super fun, very chaotic. And then
Whoop, baby.
we have a bad boy, which is Role Player Adventures. This is one that we're waiting on to dip into until our board game table comes, which is supposed to be done this week.
Fingers crossed, everybody.
So you might be seeing that soon. I'm very excited to get into this. It's super heavy in terms of actual weight. All right, so now we have some more root, and this is brand new root, so that's why it's here.
And why is it not on the root shelf? Just because.
It's still in shrink, and that is the Marauder expansion, and we have Landmarks Pack and Riverfolk Hirelings. And then we have Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese Pizza. Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese Pizza. I always say taco.
Cat, Goat, Cheese Pizza.
Taco, Cat, Goat, Cheese Pizza. I can't even say it. Then we have all of Jamie's Final Girl. So this is all Final Girl. Final Girl, Hans, Dr. Fright, Geppetto, Poltergeist, Inkanyamba, the core box, and then we have
Terror from Below. That's like just
Terror from Below,
cards.
and then we have the miniatures,
Yep.
And then this is the playmat. All Final Girl.
All Final Girl.
All Jamie. And then down here we have Horrified, the original Universal Monsters, and then we have Horrified American Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
We have not played American Monsters yet, only the original, which is a bit shocking to me.
I know,
given
but it's
how much you like Horrified. I think if Jason had come over, we probably would have played it.
Yeah.
Next to that, we have from Funko Games, Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the Future is a very, very difficult cooperative game where basically you're just trying to play out the movie plot of Back to the Future. Next to that, we have Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. This one was actually gifted to us from Luke in Vegas when we were there. We have played Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, not this copy. We've played it with the Table Knots crew and Kyle when we were in Kentucky. Very, very fun deduction game. Next to that, we have the new edition of Galaxy Trucker from CGE.
Pretty.
Have not played it yet. I have learned it, and I'm ready to play it with Jamie whenever she's ready, but have not.
Sounds stressful.
Next up from Keonta Games, we have Obsession, Pride, Intrigue, and Prejudice in Victorian England. This took me 2 hours to pack and still got a little bit of lid lift, but everything's in there because we have everything for it, and we are excited to play it, just have not yet. Next up from Stronghold Games, we have Kitchen Rush.
Yeah.
We have played Kitchen Rush. It is basically, what's it, that video game? Overcooked, the video game.
Yeah.
In board game form. It's pure chaos. I'm not sure how we felt about it. We were kind of lukewarm about it.
I honestly think that it might be better as a solo game, and we haven't played it just the two of us.
True.
We played it at 4 and 3.
Yeah. Next to that, we have one of our favorite puzzly games, and that is Calico from AEG. I mean, look at this. Kitten.
Hi, kitty, kitty.
And then next to that we have Shards of Infinity. We haven't played since we got back from PAX U.
No.
We played it at PAX U with Jazz over at Lobby of Hobbies. Go check them out if you get a chance. But Shards of Infinity replaces Star Realms for me.
Yeah, me too.
It's just a straight up deck builder, and you're fighting each other and trying to get to, a victory condition threshold, which is basically points.
Yeah.
But very good, and there's a very good app, I believe.
Yeah.
For Shards of Infinity.
I do want to point out, is it back here? Yeah.
Oh.
I hid some games in behind, but just so that people know, it's
King Domino,
Yeah.
Unstable Unicorns, and Sushi Go Party.
Yeah. We just didn't have room,
I didn't even know that those were back there.
so I shoved them in the back. So yeah.
Yeah, we are very much in the we're showing the house, need to keep stuff kind of cleaned up. Otherwise, this stuff would all kind of be up here.
Exactly.
But we can't really do that right now. So.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to come down here. Make sure I pressed record. I'm pretty sure that I did. So now we're going to do these two shelves, and this one's a little bit of a puzzle piece all on its own. So we have Sobek 2 players from Pandasaurus Games. I've learned it, haven't played it yet. I believe there is a non-2-player version of this game. And same with Emotep the Duel. There is also just a regular Emotep. Learned it, haven't played it yet. Rift Force, on the other hand, we have played and we love this game. It's a super fun, 2-player lane battler. Is that how you would describe it?
Kind of, yeah. There is kind of lanes.
Then
we have a whole video on that.
we
so
do.
You can go check that out if you're interested.
Actually, yeah, we do. We have a playthrough. Then we have Doodle Dash, which is from Chili Fox Games, which is a super fun party game. That's almost like the drawing version of Just One, which we also love. 2 of our fave party games. We have the Isle of Cats, Kittens and Beasts expansion, and the Boat Pack expansion. These boxes are freaking heavy. Have not played Isle of Cats with the expansions yet. Don't know what we're waiting for, to be honest with you. And then a Jeff special, we have Res Arcana from Sandcastle Games, which is one of Jeff's favorite games, one of my favorite games. And weirdly enough, we play this way more in BGA than we do in person.
There's also both expansion to Res Arcana in that box.
That's
so
right. Pearl Brook.
Imperii, not Pearl Brook. Not Pearl Brook. That's Everdell.
Right.
Perli Imperii, I think, and then the other one is. Oh my goodness, how can I not remember this?
I don't remember what it's called. The one with the demons. Then we have, speaking of amazing, Creature Comforts from Kids Table Board Gaming. Ugh. Cult Express, which is a really fun, very silly game about punching people on trains and stealing money. Dead of Winter, The Long Night, which we have not played in a dog's age. Years, literally.
Probably 2 or 3 years.
We do need to play that again. Maybe it's a good one for spooky season. And then, of course, we have the OG Clank, a deck building adventure, which is also another one that we don't really play a ton anymore because I don't want to say that we've grown out of it, but it's definitely not.
We definitely have.
But we have. Yeah, it's not one that we reach for.
If we had Clank in space, we might have played a bit.
Then on these bottom shelves, we have Origins First Builders, and this is from Board and Dice. We will have content on this eventually, maybe in a board game snapshot video, but we haven't played it yet. This is a Jeff game, also from Luke.
Yes,
thank you, Luke. Cosmic Encounter, an alien
that
fighter
game was recommended to me forever when I first started.
Yeah.
And I just need the right player count.
Yeah, it's minimum 3. We have Tales from the Loop, which was sent to us also from Free League. They do a lot of RPG games. This is itself, there's an RPG version of this. I have learned this game, and it looks super, super fun. I'm very excited to play it. It's set in the 80s, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that happens. And then also from Board and Dice, we have Mandala Stones. So another one that we'll have probably a snapshot on. I've learned it, just haven't played it yet. That seems to be story of our lives. Learned it, haven't played it. Then we have Set a Watch, and this is the deluxe version. This is from Rock Manor Games, and this is either a co-op or a solo adventure type of game that Dueling loves.
Very RPG themed, it seems.
Yeah. We have a classic, John D. Clare, Space, a game that we love a whole heckin' lot. Everything's flipped the wrong way. We have Cascadia, also from AEG Flat Out Games. We love this game. Not much more to say about it. Another game I love, Parks from Keymaster Games. And then we also have the Nightfall expansion, which we have played with on the app. on BGA. We
Yeah.
haven't physically played with this yet, which is a darn tootin' shame. And then finally on this shelf we have Red Cathedral, which we bought. Did we buy this? Did
No,
Luke buy this?
Luke gifted us.
Luke again. Oh my
Luke
gosh.
is the man.
Luke is a champ. So that's everything from these shelves. We are going to move on. We have one more section of this.
We're about halfway done.
We're about halfway done.
The shelf.
Send help. All right, Jeff, I'll let you do the ones that don't hurt your knees.
On this shelf, we have some racing games,
Woo!
which is sweet. First up, from Space Cowboys, we have Jamaica. Jamaica is a game that we absolutely adore. We don't play it enough. I do think this game is much better at a higher player count. I would say, minimum 4. Jamaica is a really good racing game, though. If you have not played it, highly recommend you checking it out. We have Flamme Rouge. Flamme Rouge is one we've played that I do think is good at 2-player. This is a good 2-player racing game, in my opinion. I gotta set this aside. I gotta do this. I can't deal with that. What is causing that? Oh my God.
What happened?
It is a mess.
Some games are meant to be stored horizontally.
Unfortunately, this is one of those boxes, though, that
There's
has
no
just,
structure.
it just has the, it's like the Fantasy Flight with just the 2 things and then
Yeah.
the one in the middle. Next up, we have one of our absolute favorites,
Yeah, beep beep.
and that is Downforce. Shockingly, we don't have the expansions.
Don't we have them on order?
I don't think so. Or maybe we do. I'm not sure. We have the initiative from Unexpected Games. There's still more stuff in this game we haven't done. We've upbeat the main campaign, but there's like secret missions you can do. So we will get back to those, but still one of the best gaming experiences I've ever had. And then last up on the shelf, we have Micro Macro Crime City. We've gone through a handful of these.
Yeah, we have a lot left to do.
A lot left to do. I think it'd be really cool for a family, but not young kids because the theme is adult themed.
X-rated.
I wouldn't say X-rated, but
Well, I saw some boobies in it.
Okay.
So.
all right. Next up, I don't even know what's in this. So in this is Don't Get Got.
You
So-
got got.
It has all the prompts and everything for Don't Get Got, which is really fun, just kind of
Pretty game.
party game where
Yeah.
you're trying to get people. Next up in a small little, we need to add these to the
Yeah.
box.
we do.
These are promo cards for Silver. And then we have our Silver Series games, except Bullet, which,
It's over there.
okay, I was going to say we just played it, so maybe it's gone. But we have Silver Dagger, Silver Amulet, and Silver Coin.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's in this. More Don't Get Got.
You
So
got.
we brought Don't Get Got back from the US, and the box is like ridiculously large for what
For
the
what
game
it
is.
is, yeah.
So we put them in a couple deck boxes. Next to that, we have, I'm all over the place with these. We have Christmas edition of Patchwork.
Yeesh. We have a
which
playthrough of
we
that.
have a playthrough of that. Jamie loves Patchwork.
I do.
I am on the fence about it. Land versus Sea. One game we have not played enough of. We've played this with Billy and Michelle from Second Star to the Left. Go check them out. And we've played it once, 1v1 here. And I absolutely love this game.
It's very good.
And I kind of also want to play this tonight. Next to that, we have one of my absolute favorites, and that is Innovation. And this is the prettier yellow version.
Pretty as he says.
Innovation is a game we don't play a ton of in person. I play a lot of it on BGA with Max and Jash from Table Knots.
Mhm.
I absolutely adore Innovation. It's one of my favorite games, but Jamie, I don't think, is over the moon about it.
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, why don't we play it more?
I don't know.
I got like boogies.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
Not in the camera.
Next up, we have a game that Jamie loves to play solo, Marvel Champions, which is one you haven't played in a very long time.
No, I haven't.
And you got the new
Yeah, I have
got a new character
Scarlet Witch.
from Kyle as
Yeah, I
a
gotta
Christmas
play
gift.
it. I think Ilya from Calvary said we could play it.
Next up from Plaid Hat Games, we have Ashes Reborn, Rise of the Phoenix Born, Master Set.
Get it up all.
You will see content about this game coming up in the future.
What?
That's all I'm going to say.
That's crazy.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
Next up from Floodgate Games, we have Fog of Love.
Yes.
So this one's very divisive. Is that the word? People either love it or hate it, I think. I think for us it's going to be interesting because I do think we have the ability to kind of just play a completely different character. Very, very excited to play Fog of Love. Next up is one we are both super excited to play, and that is from Weird Games, Vagrant Song, which is a campaign boss battler
Yeah.
on a ghost train.
Look at those ghosts.
And the box art is incredible. Very, very excited to play that. And then the last shelf down here, we have from 25th Century Games, Jurassic Parts, which is actually really, really fun.
Dinosaur game.
Like, I've never played anything like it. You're basically cutting pieces off of a map in order to score points, where normally you would place tiles to score. This one, you're actually taking tiles.
Yeah.
You're like chiseling things off because you're an archaeologist. It's very, very cool. And you're looking for dinosaur bones.
Is it a paleontologist?
Right. Paleontologist.
Yes.
You're right. My bad. Next up, one of Jamie's absolute
Look at that
favorites
beaut.
from CGE, Lost Ruins of Arnak. Is the expansion in here?
Yep, it's all in there.
So we also have the, I can't remember what the expansion is called.
Expedition Leaders?
Expedition Leaders expansion in this box. Next to that, we have Codenames Base.
Yeah, the other one is on another shelf.
Oh, it's over there.
For some reason.
We also have another Codenames, which is over there. Just base Codenames. I think you'd find that on almost everyone's shelf. And then last over here we have from Pearl Games Ginkopolis. So we had the pleasure of playing Ginkopolis at Dice Tower West with Tyler and Ilya at Cavre. Jamie fell in love with it.
Loves it.
I was high on it. I think I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
But you were much, much higher on it than I was. But
Yeah. Back over to me. Come on, everybody. Last 4 shelves of this, which is our biggest bookshelf, or biggest game shelf. We have Furnace, which is a game that Jeff loves, an engine builder from Arcane Wonders. I also like it.
The playmat is in there too.
The playmat from Luke.
From Luke. Gifted us the playmat. Good guy, Luke.
Good guy, Luke. Then we have Endangered Orphans of Condolly Cove. Not by Condolly Cove.
No.
Which is what I thought. This is one of my Grell games that I found via the Discord. Haven't played it yet, but we'll definitely be playing that.
Is it by Certifiable Games?
Yes, Certifiable Studios.
Certifiable.
Playing that during spooky season. We have Whirling Witchcraft, a game that is just a super unique, fun little Halloween time game. Then we have both Bear Raid and Factory Funner. And these are from BoardGameTables.com. We haven't had a chance to play them yet, but once we do, you'll see them in like a board game snapshot. This one we need 3 players to play. It's a stock shorting game, and this one is a real-time factory building game. I'm actually going to go down. I'm going to do these 2, and then I'll come back because that's a box. We have Architects of the West Kingdom, just a classic.
God, we haven't played that.
We haven't played this in forever, but I do love that game.
That's like the only one we have, too.
We have Mountains Out of Molehills, which we do have a full review of on our channel, so you should definitely go check that out.
My fingers.
Unbelievable. I even said, because your finger was hanging
No,
down like this.
it just went in.
And it's really close to that.
It just went in. It's fine now.
Okay.
It just went in as you were talking.
My God. Then we have Libertalia. Why did I say it like that? No one knows. Winds of Galecrest from Stonemaier Games. We do also have a full review of this one. We love it. And speak of the devil, we have another one we have a full review of, and that is Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which is also from Stonemaier. This is a game that I really, really enjoy, and Jeff is not as keen on.
No.
It's more my kind of game. It's very puzzly.
Definitely.
Buried Treasure from Restoration Games, a very mean pie-stealing game. Then we have Kingdom Hearts Perilous Pursuit from the Op, which we talked about in one of our Disney videos of Disney Week, so if you want to learn more, go check that one out. Oh my God. Disney's Gargoyles Awakening, which is a game about the gargoyles. And then we have one of the games that brings us the most... I don't even know what the word is, but this is Blackout Hong Kong. It's been sitting on our shelf for years. I don't know why we haven't played it yet. I really don't know. I think it's like we have to play this year. It's been upstairs for us to learn at least 10 times.
Yep.
Never have we ever, though. I'm just going to shove these bad boys back in like this. On this shelf, Azul, which is a game that we love so very much. And then we have another box of small games, or bin. So we have 2... What are these called again? Deluxe expansion packs for Ashes Reborn. Yep, you're going to see stuff about this, so we're not going to go too far into it. These are like little games. So in here we have Fuji Flush, which is probably actually I would say maybe our favoriteest party game. Party-esque card game.
Definitely mine.
Yes. Then we have our Oink games. So we have Fake Artist Goes to New York.
That's a good challenger though. We
have Startups, which we haven't played yet. And we have Scout. Incredible is what I meant to say. We have Ghosts of Christmas, also from BoardGameTables.com. Hoping to have some content around this as well, but you need a minimum 3 to play, so we are but 2 people. Fantasy Realms. And inside we have Cursed Horde expansion, which we haven't played with yet, but this is one of our most played games for sure. The Wooden Fish for Isle of Cats, just kind of sitting in there. Then we have Arboretum, a very mean game about trees. Dale of Merchants 2, a very cute game about selling stuff. as
Yep.
merchants. And then we have Castle Party, which is a flip and write game about all of like the Halloween type characters, Frankenstein, skeletons, ghosts at a party.
We haven't played that yet.
I played this with Billy and Michelle. I played it with
haven't played it.
Michelle from Second Star to the Left. Jeff hasn't. It's very good though. It's very cute. We have Colt Super Express, which is like a miniature version of Colt Express.
Okay.
Haven't played this one yet because you need 3 people. We have Coup, played it a million times. We got Skull King, a very fun trick-taking game.
Yep.
Trick-taking party game, I would say, from Grandpa Beck's Games. We have Siege Storm from Awakened Realms, which is a really good 2-player battle game.
That's definitely.
This is a lane battler, for
100%.
sure.
It's very good.
Very good. And you don't hear anybody talking about it.
No.
We have Dungeon Mayhem, which is a classic for us. Definitely a great game to play if you have kids. Really good little card game. We have also Abstract Academy, and this is from Flat Out Games. We did talk about this in a board game snapshot. Jeff's favorite game of all time is The Mind from Pandasaurus. Last but not least, we have all of our Button Shy games.
Your Button Shy.
All of my Button Shy games.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah,
for
Michelle for most of
getting
these.
her onto this.
Tessie Mussy and the expansion. Michelle did give me these ones. We have Food Chain Island, Ugly Griffin Inn, Skulls of Sedlec, and
I've
the
heard
expansion.
that one's really good.
This is good. Michelle and I played this one. It's very good. And I think this is like a lot of the expansions allow you to play them solo. Brawlopolis, Death Valley, Unsurmountable, which is a solo game. So those are all of the Button Shy games that we have. If you'd like to hear more about Button Shy games, you should definitely check out Second Star to the Left because Michelle loves them and talks about them all the time.
So let's shove these bad boys back in here. These little fishies, maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
We are now moving on to this section of the game shelves, which you may be a little bit more familiar with as you see them quite often. So starting up here in the section that I'm very clearly too short to reach, we have Fun Fair, which is the friendlier version of the game Unfair about building out an amusement park, which I really quite enjoyed. And Jeff, I don't know how you felt about it.
Someone had mentioned what it would be like to like have a Disney game. Like we talked about what would be a really good Disney game, and someone said like you're actually building a Disney park.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, what if it was Fun Fair but Disney themed?
Yep. 100% yes. Please somebody make that happen. Then we have Meadow, which I'm very excited. I have learned how to play it, but we haven't played it yet. And Stardew Valley is a game that we also haven't learned how to play. But we were looking for it forever. Finally, we found it. We are just very happy to have that game. Down here we have the Isle of Cats, which is one of my favorite games, and this is we've played many times. And I wish I had got the big box because I'd like to be able to fit everything inside of this box, and that just is not happening. I don't think.
Scratch my nose.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Then we have Red Rising from Stonemaier Games, which we do have a full video on if you are interested.
Oh, that's an early one.
That is an early one, so be warned, whatever that might look like. Then we have Overboss. This beauty. Why is it in the corner?
I don't know, you put these there.
I feel like it shouldn't be in the corner. Anyways, Overboss from Brotherwise. We have many videos of Overboss. We have a how to play and a playthrough. I have a solo playthrough. The first two are very old, like some of our first games. I think I even have an unboxing of it, like a lot of videos.
Yeah, I think you do.
I don't know if you could see, but over here in the corner, we have Gods Love Dinosaurs from Pandasaurus, which is a game that we, once again, I love.
It's very good, yes.
It's very good. Yeah, I love dinosaurs.
It's like a food chain kind of.
Yes, Circle of Life, some might say. There's a whole dinosaur shelf. Then we have Dinosaur Island and Dinosaur World from also from Pandasaurus Games. Pandasaurus loves dinosaurs, as do I. We love all of these games.
Yep.
Specifically this one.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Hopefully you have a big enough table.
Oh, yeah. So moving on to this shelf, up at the very top, we have Fort from Leader Games, which is another one of my all-time favorite games.
And the Cats and Dogs expansion.
And that's right, the Cats and Dogs expansion is inside of it. I feel like these shelves are dusty.
Well, yeah. When have they ever been dusted?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Then we have Critters at War. So it's Air, Land, and Sea, Critters at War. We used to have regular Air, Land, and Sea, but we ended up giving it away to my brother.
Yeah.
Because we got the Critters at War because it's the same game, but it's cuter. Then we have our Villainous collection. So we have all of the Villainous, Disney Villainous. We don't have Marvel. We just don't.
should get it.
We should probably get it, yes. So we have literally all of them. Bigger and badder, despicable plots, perfectly wretched, wicked to the core, evil comes prepared, worst takes it all. And then we have Hocus Pocus, the game. Just because it just kind of fit. This didn't used to be here. This used to be in the middle, but we had to take down all of our pops because we're trying to get rid of some of the clutter, you know? Merp. This is our middle section. We have Marquis de Cat. Then we have Rococo from Eagle Griffin Games, which is the deluxe edition, which is a little bit gauche, a little fancy, but needed to have it. It's bougie, if you will. Bougie and beautiful. So we have that. We haven't played it yet. We have Arc Nova from Capstone, which we also haven't played yet.
We just got it.
We just got it. And then we have Kanban EV.
We have the expansion to Kanban and Metal Pairs.
Yeah, all in here. I haven't played it yet, but
They're
I
not
have learned it.
They're not in there.
They're not in
No.
there. That was a trick.
They're not in
I
there.
fooled you all. You got. Have learned how to play it, but haven't played it yet. Already love it. Then we have Silver Bullet, the OG game that we've loved for years and years and years. We have Quests of Yore from the Op, a role-playing game based on the movie Onward from Disney. We haven't played this one yet, but I think we're going to try and eventually play it with Billy and Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have our Iron Clays, because we fancy.
Just got those. Very excited.
Very excited. We got more Disney games. So if we start up at the top, we have The Crew. That's not a Disney game. We don't love it.
Why is the Crew and Shadow Kingdoms
I
up on it?
literally can't reach them. So that's where they were, and that is where they stay. We also have Disney Shadowed Kingdom, which might be the worst game we've ever played.
It's up there.
Just saying. Then we have Mickey and Friends Food Fight, which is a really fun real-time game of throwing Disney-themed food at people. We have Disney Sidekicks, which is another game that we've played.
Cooperative
Disney sidekick
game where you're trying to save your hero.
We have It's a Small World from Funko. We have the Jungle Cruise and the Haunted Mansion from Funko. We have a whole video on these 3 games if you're interested in learning more
Who do you
about
think
them.
put up these games on these shelves?
If you are
Spoiler.
going to display games, why would
Spoiler.
you not want to display
Spoiler, it wasn't me.
all the Disney games? Friends. We're going to take the mic with us. Mic check. 1, 2. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just awkwardly holding it.
Just put it down.
Okay, I just don't know if it's gonna hear me, but the sound is gonna be so janked, I might just have to use the camera sound. Okay, up top here, we have Wingspan, which is just everybody's favorite game. We have Quacks of Quedlingberg, and we have Funkoverse strategy game.
That one's not ours.
What?
Isn't that Zach's game?
No, honey. I got it my mom got it for me for Christmas one year. We've played all of these games. I would love to get more of the Funkoverse games because I think they're adorable and I need more of them. Then we have Sheepy Time from AEG, which is a game that if you watch the channel, you know that we love a whole bunch. We do have a video dedicated to this one. We have Santorini and the Golden Fleece
That's not
expansion. Ours. Neither of these are ours. Those are Zach's. He will be taking them back. He has already inquired. Thought that maybe he might forget about them, but he didn't. Then we have Camel Up, our beloved Camel Up. We talk about it all the time. We love that game. We have Unicorn Fever, which is a racing game about racing unicorns.
It's not a racing game.
It's not a racing game.
It's a bidding game.
It's a bidding game.
Just like Camelot.
Semantics, whatever. I love it. We have Cubitos. That's a racing game from Sir John D. Clare, who we love and love this game. And then at the very back, we have Tiny Towns from AEG, which is one of the games that we love dearly that we've been playing since like the very beginning.
Yeah,
Okay, now we have to move to another shelf. We are on, so Jeff yawning, we are on to this shelf,
I'll just start up here quick.
which hosts many of
This
Jeff's...
is the best shelf in the house.
Is it though?
Yep.
Now you can see Jeff's shorts, his little leggies.
Dead Reckoning Deep Legends.
Yeah.
Which is the Saga expansion for Dead Reckoning. We have Detective Everybody Lies, which we have played. You'll see some content on that coming up in the future. And then we have Summoner Wars Master Set. Haven't played it yet, and I do have more Summoner Wars boxes
On the other
on
side.
the other side of the room.
Yeah.
You're going to see a lot of Awaken Realms on this bad boy because why wouldn't you? So up first we have
my copies of Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, as well as Age of Legends and Last Night expansion. Have not played this yet. Waiting for our table to get done. This is high on the list of campaign games that we're going to jump into.
Yeah.
Next up, also from Awakened Realms, we have The Great Wall, a really, really unique take on worker placement. I have just the Meeples version, which I actually think is good. Less space on the shelf. Next up, we have Star Wars Imperial Assault from Fantasy Flight Games. This is one of my favorite campaign games. We've played 3 missions of this, but we're going to restart, I think, once we get back into it. Journeys in Middle-earth from Fantasy Flight Games. Very similar in terms of style somewhat to Imperial Assault, but mechanically different. Lord of the Rings themed, and I am pumped for that. Next to that, we have Jamie's favorite game, Brass Birmingham from Roxley. Never get to play it because Jamie hates it. So how tragic is that, people? Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, which we have played all the way through and beaten. I don't really know what we do with Jaws of the Lion at this point because...
Well, we can replay with the other characters.
Yeah, we say that, but...
Will we?
Will we? I don't know. Sleeping Gods, and we've played about 6 hours of this.
Yeah.
But we're going to restart. I also have the Dungeons expansion to Sleeping Gods, as well as Tides of Ruin, which is right here. Really, really excited to get into that game again. Next up on the shelf, this one kind of just got shoved in, I think.
Yeah.
We have Unlock Secret Adventures. And next to that, we have some beauties. We have, from Awakened Realms, Nemesis Lockdown, and then the stretch goals. So this was actually sent to me from Awakened Realms. I didn't back it, but they were kind enough to also send me the stretch goals. Haven't played it yet. We've played Original Nemesis. This one I am currently painting, so won't be played until I'm finished painting it. From Fantasy Flight, Android Netrunner. There's a bunch of expansions in here. Cool. Next up we have, I'm not pulling most of these out because they're massive boxes, but we have Mansions of Madness as well as Mansions of Madness Sanctum of Twilight expansion. One of our favorite games to play collectively.
Yeah.
We love, love, love Mansions of Madness. I do think we want to get more of the expansions.
Definitely.
It's something we always just return to, and probably something we'll play a lot of during Spooky Season. Below that, we have Cthulhu Death May Die Season 1. So for some reason, we have Season 1 here and Season 2 over on the other.
We just got Season 2, though.
On the other shelf. Next up, we have some of my war games or coin games and that sort of thing. So we have Wilderness War from GMT Games. Haven't learned this yet, and I'm very, very excited because this has some geographical, I guess, connections to us. So this is based off of the French-Indian War, which actually incorporated our part of the country. So I'm very interested to learn more about that and get it played. Dominant Species. Next to that, we have Twilight Struggle. As you will see, there's a gap. This is where Cuba Libre would live, but we have Cuba Libre set up upstairs because we are currently playing an asynchronous game of that with friends. Hence the gap. Next to that, we have The Shores of Tripoli from Fort Circle Games, which we just played and is in a
Board Game Snapshots.
Board Game Snapshots. Definitely recommend checking it out if you're a 2-player primary household and like war games. Very, very good. I need to stand up for a second.
There's Jeff's knees.
Oh, God. Next up on this shelf, we have Star Wars Rebellion. I don't know why we haven't played this yet. Everyone I talk to says it is not as complicated as you are playing it off as just set it up and play it.
Yeah, I don't want to learn it.
Probably is going to be something I'm going to have to learn.
Yeah.
One of our favorites, Lord of the Rings, The Confrontation. Such a good 2-player game. Basically Lord of the Rings Stratego.
Love it.
Love it. I am going to pull this one out.
It was beauty.
We have Dead Reckoning from AEG and John D. Clare. I just got this. Art by Ian O'Toole. The components are incredible. I just finished sleeving all of the cards. Very excited to play that game.
We love John D. Clare.
Yep.
And Ian O'Toole.
Yep.
And Pirate.
Okay.
Just gotta take a knee break. Just say your bun down.
Does this work?
Sure, it looks like you're telling me a story.
Cool. These are squeezed in here. I'm not going to bother. In the Warhammer world, Games Workshop, we have Blitz Bowl Season 2. I don't know if or when this is going to get played. I don't know. I hope Jamie will want to play it with me someday, but we shall see. Next up from Eagle Griffin Games, we have Baseball Highlights 2045, which I absolutely love. It's a card drafting baseball game where you can be humans, cyborgs, robots, and all you're trying to do is win a baseball game. Jamie hated it.
I didn't hate it. I just thought it was confusing.
Jamie couldn't understand how the base running worked, even though it wasn't overly complicated.
It's
But
confusing.
and then we have one of my favorite games is Scythe, and I also have the Rise of Fenris expansion next to it. I think I have everything for Scythe at this point.
Except for the airships.
Except for the airships, and I don't have the upgraded resource components. But we have the metal coins, blah, 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 blah. Rise of Fenris, in my opinion, is still the #1 gaming experience I've ever had playing games.
Down to the floor, Jeffy. Butts on floors.
Okay, next up. How'd I look?
You look really cool.
Next up, we have Descent Legends of the Dark.
Have we played it?
No. We'll get to it eventually. I've primed all the miniatures because I'm going to paint them. I'm really excited to play this.
You know what I was just thinking?
What?
When we make merch and clothing, one of the logos on our shirts we'll get to it eventually.
We will. It's true. Anyway, that's Descent Legends of the Dark, which I think is the latest in the Descent series. I think there's another one. Next to that, from Colossal Games, we have Western Legends, which is a Western themed game that we absolutely love. We just played it again recently with Jamie's brothers. One of my favorite games of all time from Z-Man Games is Gaia Project, Terra Mystica in Space. Next to that, we have a game that a lot of people don't talk about, which surprises me a bunch.
Yeah, I love this game.
It's Carnival of Monsters from Amigo Games. Richard Garfield, who is the creator of Magic the Gathering. Carnival of Monsters is very Magic adjacent, where you're basically trying to build out a menagerie of monsters, and you do that by collecting monsters in certain environment types and then adding them to your menagerie. This is a really cool card drafting game that I'm very shocked a lot of people I don't hear a lot of people talking about it. We have Horizon Zero Dawn board game from Steamforged Games. So I have all of the current expansions to this as well, but they all come in a similar box, and it would just take up way too much space, so it's in the closet. Horizon Zero Dawn is a skirmish game based off of the Horizon Zero Dawn video game, and I'm currently painting this as well, and I'll have some content about this in the future. Next to that, we have Destinies from Lucky Duck Games. Destinies is one of our favorite campaign games that we've played. Well, I shouldn't say that. One of my favorite campaign games that I've played. Jamie does not like it because Jamie feels like she doesn't understand what to do.
I don't understand.
Because Jamie doesn't listen when she plays. Next to that, we have Hallertau from Lookout Games, which is actually an Uwe game that Jamie didn't hate.
I like Patchwork.
True.
And New York
Which is
City.
actually a Uwe game that Jamie doesn't hate except Patchwork.
And New York City.
I didn't phrase that properly, but
No.
you know what I mean. Next to that, we have another Uwe game, Glass Road, which we have not played yet. But apparently this one's supposed to be optimized for 2 players, so I'm very interested to get that one played. Again, I have to pick my battles in getting Jamie to play an Uwe game. That will have to wait for a future date.
It's about glass blowing.
Next to that, from Cosmos Games, and it's upside down, Anno 1800. We got a brief demo of this from Cosmos when we were in
PAX Unplugged.
PAX Unplugged, and it looked really cool. I'm concerned Jamie's not going to love it.
What?
You can't tell me that brass is bland and then tell me this isn't.
That one's about. I think this one's more about like shopping.
Okay. Whatever, Jamie. You tell yourself what you need to tell yourself.
Okay.
Next to that, we have 2 of the deck building games from Renegade. So we have G.I. Joe deck building game and Transformers deck building game. And just above it, we have some expansion content and some promo cards. I'm not pulling those out. G.I. Joe, I believe, is a cooperative deck building game. Transformers, I believe, is cooperative deck building.
You said cooperative both times.
Competitive deck building. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I got those right. Next to that, we have Steam Rails to Riches, which I bought secondhand off of Drew from our Discord. Come join our Discord. I don't know a ton about Steam, but we played Irish Gauge, and I wanted to get another rail game. Probably not even comparable, but wanted to give it a try. Next to that, we have, from Fantasy Flight Games, Game of Thrones.
The board game.
2nd edition, the board game. I can't say enough good things about this game. We just recently mentioned that we wanted to play it again. We need to set aside about 5 hours in order to do that, but I want to play that badly.
I'm dying. Just look at him. Look at him. He looks like Spider-Man.
How does he say like
That's a frog.
Frogman?
I just realized that for the past 8 minutes I was not filming. So
Are you filming now?
Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Yep.
Okay. This is the last section of games in our house, and I'm just going to dive into it. So up on the top, we have our Elf Creek games, and those include Merchants of the Dark Road, the Deluxeified Kickstarter exclusive edition, with everything in it. We love this game. I know it has some mixed reviews, but don't pay those people no mind. I love it, and so does Jeff. Then we have Honey Buzz, another favorite. Not Deluxeified, but it will be soon. So I ordered all the upgraded components with the new expansion on Kickstarter.
All flavors.
Then we have Wavelength, which is a party-esque game. Played it once. We like it. I think this is actually one that would be really good to play with, like, your mom and your sister. Take it to work, that kind of thing. It is fun, but it's definitely not a party game that we would necessarily reach for all the time.
No.
Moving down here, we have our Dice Throne shelf. So we have Dice Throne Season 1 Rerolled and Season 2. These are the 2 battle chests. We obviously love Dice Throne. We did a whole Dice Throne tournament. If you'd like to go watch it, you definitely should go watch me kick Jeff's butt from here to Timbuktu.
I think my character won that. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, your character maybe won, but you didn't win.
Yeah, it's like driving a car. Who's responsible for the car? The driver.
The mechanic.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Down on this shelf, we have that Netrunner expansion that Jeff was talking about. We don't know why it's over here and not over there.
Can't explain.
Then we have from Flat Hat Games, Familiar Tales, which is a campaign game, like storybook campaign game that we have played all of the first like 3 parts of. We had been given this for review before it came out, so we played all of the early stuff. This is the first campaign game we're going to play when we get our table.
Yep.
Then also from Plaid Hat, we have Aftermath, which is like a post-apocalyptic mouse adventure book game. There's nothing about that sentence that I'm not obsessed with, so I'm very, very excited to play this. This was one of those cases where we had never heard of it. Literally walking through Lancelot Games, saw it sitting on a shelf. I pointed it out to Jeff, and he bought it immediately. Yep. That's what broke our no-buy ban.
It's true, it did.
Yeah. Then we have Radlands, which is a 2-player only card dueling game. We have the super deluxe version, which has all the upgraded components and the play mats, and we don't regret that purchase one bit because we love it. Okay, we have New York Zoo, which is actually my favorite Uwe Rosenberg game, and it is our favorite Polyomino game.
Agreed.
It is so, so good. We actually just played this last week.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Then we have another campaign game called My City from Cosmos, and this was gifted to us from Kyle and Becca, who are in the Discord, and they actually are local as well. So we've had a chance to play some games with them, but this is like a Polyomino legacy game. Very excited to play that. I've heard a lot of really good things about it. Also from Cosmos, we have The Adventures of...
Sideways.
Also from Cosmos, we have The Adventures of Robin Hood. We had a chance to preview this a little bit at PAX Unplugged, and it looks very, very cool, very unique. We love the Robin Hood theme. It comes with like a storybook, rule book, and all of this stuff. We are very excited to get into it. Yes, one of our spooky season favorites, Ghost Stories. And this is one of the most difficult games to win.
Yep.
I stand by that. And then last on this shelf, we have Canvas, which is just this beautiful art building game, basically. Stunna. All right.
Stone Cold Stunna.
Stone Cold Stunna. Scooching. Here we have Return to Dark Tower from Restoration Games. This one was definitely a Jeff purchase, but we got it from, it's all cracked.
Yeah, it came like that, unfortunately.
It's got some pretty fancy, overproduced parts to it, but I think necessary.
Yeah.
Then here we have literally all of the expansions for Nirashima Hex, which were sent to us from Portal Games. Really excited because we love Nirashima Hex. And then right over here we have all 3 of the knockdown games from Awaken Realms Light, which is an arena battling game.
Yep.
Like the box literally turns into an arena, and it looks really, really cool. We haven't had a chance to play it yet, but we are excited.
It's like Mortal Kombat in a board game. You're not even in the shot.
Am I now?
Yeah, but so is the mic.
That's okay. You guys know that we have a microphone, right? What if I did this? Next up, we have Codenames Duet. Here's the other Codenames that we lost. Who was over
Why
there?
is it that lid lift? There's nothing in it.
I don't know, but I think I just made it worse.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a cooperative version of Codenames. I know this is not a flattering angle for me.
It's not.
Floor buddies.
I
Okay.
can't see you. Like, you're not even in the shot. Here, you're good.
What if I do this? Then we have the loop. And the loop is from Pandasaurus Games. We have a whole video on the expansion, which lives inside of this box.
It does.
Fozilla. Yes. This game is a time travel game. It is so fun. It is co-op.
Very hard, though.
Yeah, it is difficult. Then we have Babylonia. Babylonia is another game that when I first saw it, I didn't think that I would like it. But then I played it, and I was like, this game is amazing.
It's very good.
It's so good. So don't let the box fool you. Then we have Rhino Hero Super Battle. And basically, we haven't played this, but we have played Rhino Hero, where you're building like a tower with cards, like a house. And in the regular game, you're just building up, and in this one, you're building out and up. I don't know why we haven't played it yet. All right, then we got this one. Who bought this? Not me. This is Agricola, All Creatures Big
You'll
and
notice
Small.
I don't own normal Agricola because Jamie hates it. I play like 3 games of Agricola a day on BGA, but Jamie
Agricola.
won't play with me. So we agreed that she would try this one.
This says it's the big box. All right, we have more Summoner Wars. There we go. This is Summoner Wars Alliances Master Set. So Jeff showed the regular Master Set over there. This is a Jeff purchase. I don't really know anything about it.
I got it for $10. Like, funny story, I don't know if that's a legit signature, but if you look on the front, it's actually signed by designer.
Oh my God. You see that smudge?
It says Kobe.
It's Randy Jackson
It says
from American Idol. What, am I going to see Randy Jackson and not get his autograph? Paint the Roses from North Star Games. This is the deluxe Kickstarter edition that we just got. The box doesn't close.
Common problem,
Yep.
apparently.
Apparently so, but we love it. It's a great co-op social deduction game. Here's Nirashima Hex. This is the base game. So I imagine some of those would fit in here, but this game is so fun. Like, literally, you're playing as 2 different factions. I think you can play with more than 2 players. It's like a hex battling game. All right. Okay. Here we have Mind Management from Off the Page Games. An amazing game.
So good.
It's literally so fun.
It is literally incredible.
It's not social deduction,
It's a
but
hidden
basically
movement
it's a hidden movement game. That's what I was looking for.
Mhm.
It's a blast. Could
Agreed.
not say any more better things about this. Ugh.
You don't have to take them out. Like,
Okay,
I
that's
don't know why
good.
you
I
take
don't
them
know.
out.
I wasn't sure if you could see. I have Memoir 44, which is a war-themed game from Days of Wonder.
I'm very excited for that. I need to
Haven't
paint the
played it.
tanks. I want to paint the tanks.
Jeff wants to paint the tanks.
That's a me game for sure.
For sure. For
Yep.
sure. It looks like it's little green army men, so that could be fun because that's like Toy Story. Then we have Marvel United, just the base game. Zach, my brother, literally went all in. He has everything for this game, and we just got this at Walmart. Then we have Isle of Skye, from Chieftain to King, which is a tile placement game, bidding game. It's fun.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely not my favorite, but I definitely do enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good.
And then last but not least, we have Barrage, which is a very
Don't.
gray box.
Ugh.
Apparently it's about energy.
Water.
Even better. And then last but not least, we have Arcadia Quest and one of the expansions. This is, what is this one? Beyond the Grave. Arcadia Quest is one of the games that got us into the hobby. We absolutely adore this game.
It's a great intro to kind of asymmetry,
Yeah.
skirmish,
Troops on a map, dungeon crawler, campaign-y a little bit.
scenario-based game.
Yeah, it's
We
fantastic.
just threw a lot out there.
Yeah, it's all those things. And that's from Simon Games. Okay, I think that's it.
That's it.
Cool. Okay. Skip around the room. Okay,
We've
that
made full circles.
we
so
have
that's
made
why
full
we're in a different
circles.
spot now.
yes, and the lighting's not great.
Well, whatever.
We can make it a little bit better, but probably also not a lot
Bring
better.
that one. I actually kind of like this little. Very
Wow,
chic.
man, I am white,
Yeah, you are.
glowing, some might say. Anyways, that is our. I'm holding the mic. I don't care. I don't care anymore. It's been a long day. So that is, whoa.
Yeah, you might
I'll
want to.
turn her down a little bit, Bobby Brown. Okay, that is our entire board game collection.
No, it's not. We have, again,
Oh, crap.
stuff in the.
We have more.
I'll go
Hang on.
look.
Jeff's going to go look. Dang. Just when you think it's over, we come back. Yeah, I'm ready. We have Octopus Garden, Die of the Dead, Terraforming Mars, Arkham Horror the card game, Top Gun, Winter Queen, The Route Map. Is Poetry for Neanderthals in there? I think we still have that game somewhere. There might be some others floating around. Nobody really knows. That's basically our entire collection, and we just wanted to do this, like I said, before we had to pack everything up.
I really like standing as opposed to sitting. Oh, this is fantastic.
You do?
Yeah,
I love
this.
sitting down. It's
Oh,
like one
yeah,
of my
this is
favorite
nice.
things. That is all that we have for you guys today. Now, if you are interested in buying board games, like any of the many, many, many that we talked about today, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us here in Halifax, that is...
The Boardroom Game Cafe.
Yes, it is. That's all we have for you guys today, so thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see,
Please subscribe.
we hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
Do you prefer us to be standing or sitting? Do you like this wall? Doesn't matter. We're moving anyway. Goodbye.
Trying to think of what's in the closet. Terraforming Moors.
Moors.
Terraforming Moors.
Yeah. Where am I? Here. Now we're doing these two shelves. So in this one, we have Decorum, which is a
Well,
new...
can you go all the way back to when you first sat down? I had my finger in the way. I was like, what is that thing on the screen?
that's funny. Okay.
Do you care that the arm of this is in the shot?
No.
Good,
Listen,
because
peeps.
it has been.
Once again, nobody said we were professionals.
Oh God, you're making me so nervous.
I'm a professional.
Next
My
up.
finger was in it. It's okay. I gotta bring down my kit. The whole kit and caboodle. Boop. Okay. I'm gonna put this right up here. And do that. Is your finger in front of the camera again?
No.
Okay. Oop. Ow! Okay. I'm just gonna bring this down a little so we can hear you better. One moment.
My phone went up a little bit too.
Oh, so popular.
We've made what is it?
What?
Ring around the room.
No.
Swing around the room.
No.
Dance.
Skip around the
Yeah.
room.